Yeah. So the lines between road, gravel, and mountain bike, they just continue to get more and more blurry, right? Like the lines between road and gravel obviously is just ridiculously blurred. And then on between mountain bike and, gravel and mountain bike, like it's all blurry, right? It's all just a big spectrum, right? It's like so it's like, you know, I see these guys like doing like category 4 gravel biking, right? On these epic gravel rides, right? Right? But they're doing it on like rigid 29er bikes, right? And it's like, wow, it kind of looks kind of cool, right? It's like, at what point are you just trying too hard, right? It's like, if you're, doing if you're doing category 4 biking on a gravel bike, right? It's like, I feel like you're just trying a little bit too hard. Like you would just, why not just get a regular mountain bike, right? With suspension or something like that, you know, you know, um, and the whole thing about the rigid, like it's the least coolest, least most popular, right? Least most sold type of bike, right? No one's really riding them, talking about them, and I get it, right? The whole thing about the rigid, like it's cheap, it's accessible, right? And the whole like the direct feeling that it gives you, right? I think it does help put you in like a zen like state, but you don't need the rigid to do that. You can get that with any type of bike. But I do get that it does sort of like, it promotes a mellow sort of writing style, right? It forces you to give you. So that's the thing. Like it just forces you to adapt a different style of writing, right? Based on the rigidity of it, right? But the thing about this bike is like I think it takes a little bit more effort to ride it, but I think you know, I think it could be looked at as a more efficient climber compared to some other bikes, right? But I would never say that my ability to go off road on this bike isn't just based on the tire tread, right? It's based on a really shitty 3x5, right? So it's, the combination of all little things, not just one little spec that gives me, the ability, like these gravel tread, like these are gravel style, right? XC budget, right? Really low budget XC gravel tread, right? Very super casual, not super knobby, right? But my confidence is proportional to the tire tread, right? But it's the combination of a crappy 3x5 that allows me to be able to moderately go off road, right? As shitty as I can do it, right? So it's not like it's just one spec on this bike. It's the overall package of this bike that allows me to do it, to do those things.